Hey guys, welcome back to another Foil Fridays. This is Tucker from Mac Kite. Today we're going to talk to you about a simple but really effective way to improve your kiting experience, especially for you foilers, and that is your pigtail line management, how you're tying up your bar at the end of the day. Now this seems really basic, and don't stop here because you're going to want to watch it. It's really going to improve your time to the water, getting off the water, as well as the life of your lines. And especially as foilers, you're a lot of times riding smaller kites, you're getting to the water a little faster, and maybe launching out of some positions where it's not really easy to run your lines or manage lines. So watch here how we take care of it here in the shop, and hopefully it helps you. Like all of our videos, you can click the eye icon in the upper right hand corner of the screen. It's going to take you to our Foil Boarding Knowledge Center, as well as a written blog with photos so that you can see this in another way. You could even print those out and bring them to the beach so that if you forget what we're talking about here in the video, you can reference it. So, how do we do this? We've got 4 lines on most of our kites out there today. And those have pigtails on the ends. On the pigtails we have knots, loops. You guys should already be familiar with this if you're kiteboarders, so I'll skip ahead here. When you're disconnecting the kite after a session, all you're going to do is start on one end and work your way across the kite. So wingtip, center bridle, wingtip. We're going to take first the wingtip bridle, disconnect that. We're going to next go to the centerline bridle, disconnect that. We're going to hook the loop over the knot. Now, most kites out there are going to have a loop on the wingtip and a knot on the centerline bridle, so you can connect that to that. Otherwise, you can go the other way as well. Next, we're going to the next center bridle. You're going to grab that pigtail, disconnect it, hold those two together. So you're holding the 2 centerline bridle pigtails together on the bar, and then going to the last one on the furthest wingtip from where you started. Disconnect that, connect that over the entirety of both of your centerline bridle knots, and that's going to make kind of a T connection there. Now, how you handle that is very important. After you connect it, make sure that you're not rolling itself inside of itself or spinning it and under each other, because that's going to cause inversions in the lines or twists that you'll later have to get out. So really, for this to be 100% effective, you need to be very careful about what you do with that T of pigtails as you're winding the rest of your bar. So typically you'll have maybe 3 feet of line after you tie that. I like to get my fingers in between the T and hold it like that as I wrap it around the bar end, and then later secure that. The neater and more nicely you wrap this up, the better. The less likely you are to go out there and have an inversion or a tangle after you hook up. Now, you're coming to your next session, your bar is wrapped up neatly. How do you connect this back to the kite? Well, you're going to do essentially what you did when you wrapped it up, only you're going to work in the opposite direction. So start with whatever one is looped over both of the centers on the top there. Disconnect that and connect it to the corresponding wingtip bridle. You can tell that by the color, as most of us are familiar with, but it's extra important with this one. Next, go to your second inside bridle, connect that. The next one, inside bridle, connect it, and then out to the wingtip. If you connect this, you're not rolling your bar inside the lines and you didn't mishandle the pigtails when you wrapped it up, you can then wind out your lines and launch your kite without having to run your lines up to the kite. Now, when you run your bar out and you're connected to the kite, you may have twists in the lines as you would if you were to spin your bar. But you can just spin those out and then launch the kite. So this is going to save you a trip to the bar and back to the bar. You can simply wind your lines out, connect to the kite, launch the kite. Now, in the next video, we're going to talk about how this applies to drift launching and how you actually go about doing that on the water, if you have to bring your kite to the water or if you're on a boat and looking to drift launch. This is really going to help foilers again because You're looking to get to the water faster, and a lot of times you're accessing some different spots that maybe a normal kiteboarder cannot ride in. If you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comments section below. As with any of our videos, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and share with your friends. If you need more information, you'll find that in the eye icon in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, which will take you to our Foilboarding Knowledge Center on our website. It's been great. See you guys next Friday.